Hear me again. You've been fighting silent battles that no one around you even recognized, and sometimes you wondered if your pain was invisible because you were insignificant. But no, you were hidden because you were being developed. God doesn't expose what He hasn't finished shaping, and He doesn't reveal what He hasn't already refined. And maybe that's why your heartbreak didn't destroy you. It disciplined you. Maybe that's why the people who left didn't break you. They built you. Maybe that's why the storms didn't drown you. They trained your lungs to breathe at deeper levels. Because listen, some people weren't removed to hurt you. They were removed to unmute you. Their opinions were too loud. Their doubts were too heavy. Their expectations were too small. They were suffocating the version of you that God was trying to grow. And sometimes the divine act of love is subtraction, not addition. So don't curse the exit. The exit was part of the entrance to your next chapter. You keep thinking the silence in your life is punishment, but spiritually, silence is the room where God speaks the loudest. Silence is where He rewrites your identity. Silence is where He heals what applause would distract you from. Silence is where He recovers you from what drained you. Silence is where He trains you to hear Him above the noise. And right now, everything in your life that looks empty is actually being filled. Everything that looks delayed is being prepared. Everything that looks broken is being rebuilt silently. You are not behind. You are not forgotten. You are not overlooked. You are not late. You're right on the schedule of someone who creates galaxies with His words. Right on time for someone who turns graves into gardens. Right on time for someone who writes miracles into calendars you haven't even reached yet. And hear me, the reason the journey has been uncomfortable is because you outgrew where you were. You couldn't stay in rooms that shrank your voice. You couldn't stay in circles that didn't respect your soul. You couldn't stay in friendships that loved the old version of you, but were threatened by the healed version of you. Growth requires release, and release feels like loss, until you see what God replaces it with. You didn't lose people. You lost limits. You didn't lose connections. You lost cages. You didn't lose love. You lost the version of love that was breaking you. And someone needs to hear this. You're not hard to love. You were just trying to be loved by people who didn't know how to love deeply. You were trying to be understood by people who didn't understand themselves. You were trying to be valued by people who hadn't healed enough to value anything. Let them go. Their chapter was necessary, but their presence is no longer required. Because God is sending people who won't compete with you. They'll complement you. He's sending people who won't drain you. They'll pray with you. He's sending people who won't use your strength. They'll help you carry the weight. He's sending people who won't fear your calling. They'll recognize it and push you deeper into it. Hear me clearly. You are entering a season where everything that left will make sense. A season where the tears you cried will have purpose. A season where the prayers you whispered will come back, answered. A season where the battles you fought will turn into testimonies. A season where the loneliness that crushed you will become the reason you rise the way you're about to rise. Because the version of you that's emerging right now, that version is unstoppable. That version is aligned. That version is aware. That version is spiritually equipped. That version is done shrinking. That version is done apologizing. That version is no longer carrying what doesn't carry them. And the world isn't ready for that version. But heaven is. Heaven wrote this season long before you could read it. Heaven designed this chapter long before you could understand it. Heaven prepared this breakthrough long before you had the strength to receive it. and listen. The pain that was supposed to silence you is about to become the message that multiplies you. The confusion that tried to break you is about to become the clarity that guides you. The loss that emptied you is about to become the space God fills with something you never imagined. This is the moment where your story changes direction. This is the moment where your spirit stands up again. This is the moment where the old you dies quietly, and the real you rises loudly. You're not walking alone anymore. You're walking aligned. You're not walking empty anymore. You're walking destined. You're not walking confused anymore. You're walking chosen. And if you feel this word deep in your chest, deeper than your doubts, deeper than your fear, then hold it. Don't rush it. Don't question it. Don't let your past talk you out of your future. What's coming is bigger than everything that left. What's ahead is louder than everything that silenced you. Drop a comment. I'm stepping into my next level if this spoke to your spirit. Someone needs to see your courage.